Hi, my name is Fraser and welcome to Graphic Card Repairs. So today we have an MSI RTX 3090 Gaming X Trio, and the issue with this card is there is no display. Okay, so I have gone ahead and put it on the bench and verified what the customer is saying, and I have checked there is no display coming out from this card. So to start off, what we are going to do is we are going to take some basic measurements for this video, like we do for every other card. So let's measure by measuring or testing the 12 volts PCIe, and that's fine. 3.3 volts is fine, and we are going to measure the 8 pin. Okay, let's do it again. First 8 pin, and we don't have a short. Second, we don't have a short, and the third one, looks like I'm not getting a proper ground connection, but we don't have a short. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove this cooler, and let's take a look underneath this particular card. I'll get back in after I remove this cooler. Okay, so I have removed the cooler, and what I've found is someone has done a thermal pad replacement, and the entire thermal pad, the way it's replaced, is a mess. You can see that there are two layers. Okay, so probably someone has used 1 mm thermal pads and stacked it over everywhere, and it's just not on the memory, but I also see it's stacked over, or on the VRMs, or over the coils, or over the capacitors, or almost everywhere they are stacked together, and I don't think that this is the correct size. Maybe I what I feel by looking at this is that they are 1 mm pads stacked over, making them 2 mm, and I'm 100% sure that over the VRMs or over the coils, you're not supposed to have about more than 1 mm. Let me just get rid of all this. God, this is a mess, a complete mess. So you can see the impression of the cooler on the pads. Okay. I'm absolutely sure that looking at the way the pads were stacked together, I'm sure there are broken pads either under the memory or maybe under the GPU core. And I also feel that the board is not straight. I feel it's slightly twisted. You can see the twist. I'm not too sure if you can see it, but I can see that the board is twisted. It's not straight. I'm sure there are broken pads. You can see this side is twisted inwards, and the side on the right is towards me. At least if we don't have broken pads, I'm sure there are broken solder balls, and or I don't know what to say. It's a lot of work and unnecessary work. Okay, so let's take a look under the microscope. Let's see if we can find anything visible. So far everything looks okay. I don't see any broken components. Okay, at the back. They look aligned. Let me just try and scrape up, the pads, or the piece of the pads that's stuck in between. Because if I have to get this chip out, these things that are stuck in between are going to interfere. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this card on the bench and quickly run the test and see what we can find out there. Okay, so I have gone ahead and put the card on the bench. Let me start it up. So the display is through the internal display and not the graphic card. Okay, so I already have a pre-written command that is mods init, so I'm just running that one. Okay, so I see errors on two different channels. One is this one here and this one. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F. So I have A, B, C, D, channel D and channel F. So I have memory problems on two channels. So I will go ahead and run match now. Oh, sorry. Let me run match. So I'm just typing the command. I'm sorry, it's a little bit shaky because I'm holding in the camera in one hand and typing up with the other. Okay, so that's the command. We'll get some more details about the fault by running maths, and after we finish off with maths, I will also run MVMT. Okay, so I have got the results, and I already see F over here and D. Let's go ahead and check the report. Okay, so maths shows me that there are errors on all the channels, so which may not be the case. It's just showing that there are errors on all the channels, but that's fine. So what we are going to do is we are going to run NVMT. So I'm just going to go to the home folder and move to NVMT. Okay, so I've moved into the NVMT folder. I'm going to run NVMT now. So what I'm doing is I'm opening, let me get my focus right. So I'm opening the log file. Let me go down. So the first one was channel D. Let's take a look at channel D. Okay, so if I see here, channel D1 is the problem. Let me take a close up. So channel D1 here showing me errors, and the errors are showing on the chip on top as well as the chip at the bottom. And the next one that's throwing errors is F, and there is F0. Now it's the same thing with F0 as well. It's on top as well as at the bottom, and that's about it with the errors. So what I'll do is, I feel either there are broken solder joints on these modules, or we have broken pads underneath the memory. I don't suspect the core right now because the core was hardly making any contact. It was only the memory that was squashed down, and I feel that it has broken memories, either the pads or the pads on the motherboard, or the pads on the the chip, the memory modules itself. Okay, so I'll pause this video here, and we'll get back to on the microscope. Okay, so we've gone ahead and ran MVMT, and we have found out that D1 and F0 are the ones that are faulty. So let's measure. That's A1, A0, B1, B0, C1, C0, D1. This is the one. Let me just mark this one. And D1. So D1 is what I'm going to mark. There you go. So D0, E1, E0, F1, F0. So let me mark F1. There you go. Okay, so I would like to correct myself. It's not F1, but it is F0 that was faulty. So I'll just mark the correct chip. Okay, so let's start to remove these chips, and let me switch over to the microscope. There you go. Okay. Okay, so I've gone ahead and installed all the memory back. Let me just go ahead and check the resistance on the memory. Okay, it's just about 6.1 ohm. The board is still, warm, uh, a little bit more than warm, maybe hot. Okay, but let me check again. Yeah, it's about 6 ohms. So what I'll do is I'll just clean this particular board, and then I'll go ahead and put this on the bench, and I'll check if maths passes this time. Okay, so I've put the card on the bench, and I've currently connected it as a primary one. So I'm going to run the card as a primary, and so that, okay, there you go. So I'm going to run maths directly. Just an update. Apart from the uh, replacing the memories or reballing the memories, I've also gone ahead and reflowed the GPU core. I didn't go ahead and reball the GPU core, but I've just reflowed it. Oh, there you go. The maths is a pass, but I'm still going to go ahead and switch to the other folder and run maths from there. Yep. So I have gone ahead and reflowed the GPU and not reballed the GPU core. The reason being there's a twist in the board. Now, if I go ahead and remove that GPU core from there and reball it, and when I try to put it back in, I am 100% sure I'm not been able to, or I won't be able to go ahead and, make sure that all the pads or all the solder balls are making contact, because there's, it's bent. The PCB board is bent. Okay, so let's complete the maths in this folder. There you go, maths is a pass. So I'll go ahead and switch this off, assemble the cooler, and then I will run directly in Windows, and we'll take it up from there. Okay, so I have gone ahead and installed the assembled the card back again after installing all the memories, and I have put the card on the bench, and now I will, let's test and see if we get any picture. So I'm going to start the card. Okay, so the picture that you see is from the card right now. So I will boot into Windows. Oh, sorry. Let me restart. Looks like it did not boot from the correct drive. Okay. Okay, so it's loading into Windows. We'll first go ahead and check the device manager and see if the drivers are okay. Okay, so the drivers are fine. Let's check tech power up. All the sensors are showing fine. Let me run Heavens. Heavens is loading. I'll also open Permark. And run Permark 2. And we will run Valley as well. Okay, so we are running all three tests together. I'm just going to stress test the card and see if the card is stable. So far, I don't see any kind of artifacts or anything that I may suspect that there's an issue here. I suppose this card is a fix. So what I'm going to do is, I'll keep the stress test running, for about an hour or so, and then call it a day. But as for what I see, this card is a fix. That's it for this particular video. I hope you like it. If you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you and have a good day. Bye for now.